today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Out now comes two-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his fourth year now in the league as he gets set to operate this Houston Texans offense.
And I'll bet now that's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
Two touchdown passes last week.
Two touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Open man. The tight end falls. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Good carry and pickup for a first down there by David Johnson, and he has a chance to fill a lot of voids for this Houston Texans team. They lost their 1,000-yard rusher from last year. Carlos Hyde went to Seattle. But back in 2016, David Johnson led the NFL all-purpose yards with the Arizona Cardinals. The Texans would be happy to see that guy all year long.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Good catch there by Randall Cobb. We know him as a longtime Packer who spent last season in Dallas. Now he brings his veteran presence to Houston, where he can help the young quarterback, Deshaun Watson, continue to develop.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Johnson on the carry.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and...
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fowles.
Watson's pass.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
The chain, 2nd and 12. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. They'll try and run the option left side. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 9. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. He's got a first down and much. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Draw play. This is Henry. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd
from the gun. It's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Mark Andrews. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36, and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
is good.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and it's 3rd and short.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Johnson going to get the handoff, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken in at the 22. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the Texans' 48-yard line.
This is Henry, and he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson to Snead that time. First down, Baltimore.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
At the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson's pass.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Again, Jackson, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
10. Texans nothing.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it? They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st and 10, Watson. Fells has it, left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, Watson. And this is caught by Fells, right side. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Watson. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Baker Mayfield, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they trailed the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. 28-21, the final score. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
On the option is Jackson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On third down, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
And Marquise Brown coming off of a solid rookie season, 46 catches, 584 yards, but he was never 100% in his rookie year. As head coach John Harbaugh talked about the foot injury that he played with throughout the season. Now they expect him to be 100% healthy, and when so, they'll see more of those plays that had everyone calling him Hollywood in college.
Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
43-yard line.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And he's going to get a sub gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if blitz a running play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Houston set to take over. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play there by Zach Cunningham, picking up the tackle for a loss, and that's something he does so well. Can roam sideline to sideline, one of the best run stoppers in the league. Led the team in combined and solo tackles the past 2 seasons.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any.
For the second time. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Houston. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Johnson on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on third down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly, and most of the time, unsuccessfully.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. A gain of 3, second down.
On the carry.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Ravens.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 28-yard.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 24. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
And inches.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Henry. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
The tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now it's Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Trying to punch it in with Henry. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Watson and the Texans now down 13-10, 80 seconds remaining. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus
Marcus Peters.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And they take a knee. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's Sam Cook now as he's a punt for Baltimore. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Today's final score.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. Then I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself. How about the week he had last week? AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 68 yards.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews.
Jackson's pass.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. Third down here. Now here's Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Baltimore's set to take over here for their second possession of the game, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
Oh, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Brings the numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 12 carries, 52 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Henry's got it out on the left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Jackson going to run. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
The keeper.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
At
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelce fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position. And I don't know.
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. It's taken to the 26. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about
it. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. KC's offense ready to take over. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrived at this 2-0 score. We'll see if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board, knowing
like
that
soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team. Now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
And on that one with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him.
Mahomes pass.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Marcus Peters on the...
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2.
Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
It's now 2nd and
to throw again. Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Chiefs take over first and
Patrick
2.
Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. 27-17, the final, a 10-point margin. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. A field goal, the difference. 17-14, the final. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. 14-10, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Fielded in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
now it's Jackson
at the 28-yard line.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Jackson's pass.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the option, Jackson will keep it.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Derrick Henry shoves him aside and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It was Cameron Wake who got in there to make the play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. Jack tried to get it to Willie Snead there. And it'll bring up third down.
Brings up third down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7.
Ravens 12, Chiefs 7.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Here's Mahomes to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
And that's a sight familiar to Ravens fans. Matthew Judon, a 2019 Pro Bowler, he led the Ravens with a career-high 9.5 sacks in 2019.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
A gain of a yard. Brings
Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry for Henry. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Jackson.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Now Jackson on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 8, a little under 2.5 to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, Mahomes. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30.
Throwing again on second down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Sammy Watkins is a former first-round pick in the NFL, and he sure reminded us during Kansas City's run to the playoffs last season. 10 catches in the AFC Championship game and a 98-yard receiving game in Super Bowl 54. He did talk about possibly stepping away and getting some time in the offseason. But Kansas City, very happy to have him back in their lineup and in their fold.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Mahomes. That's caught at the 2. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. .35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game.
Oh, yeah, the onside kick.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
And they'll begin by running the option. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they will take a knee here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. So with that need, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, You know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Baltimore, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.